More than 100 students in Bibb County will be switching to remote learning for 2 weeks. Now, the switch is because of COVID positive and direct contact cases in the classroom.
Kayla Solomon joins us live in studio with more from the superintendent on how they're dealing with these rising COVID cases.
Yeah, Frank and Lori, Bibb County Schools has a mask mandate, social distancing, and other COVID-19 measures in place before the school year even started. Now, Superintendent Curtis Jones says they're trying out a new system that could send groups of students home at a time instead of switching everyone to remote learning at once.
We had a conversation with the North Central Health District, and their thinking was consistent with ours. If you have 3 students in a class who tested positive, you need to look into that situation. So that's the number that we're using.
As the fall semester persists, so do the number of positive COVID cases in Bibb County schools. Superintendent Curtis Jones says between positive cases and contact tracing, they're now moving 126 Howard Middle School 7th graders and 21 second graders from Burdell Hunt Elementary to asynchronous learning.
Asynchronous means that teachers will be available in the classroom, but they will not be teaching live to students.
So in other words, teachers will still be in classrooms recording and uploading lessons for students on Canvas, and students can work on them at their own pace from home.
Students will be given assignments through Canvas, which is another program that we were able to use last year.
Jones says this decision was also based on feedback from parents dating back to last school year when the pandemic first hit.
It was hard for parents who were working and trying to work with different students, their children, and have them all in line at the same time. So this is our way of responding to those concerns that we heard last year.
He says it's a criticism they've heard since the start of the school year.
It's interesting to me that people will say you need to close the schools, but they're not saying they want these businesses to close, which is where the parents are going. And so we're trying to find a way to keep students in school as much as possible for in-person learning, but keeping them safe.
Jones says continuing to send groups of students home based on COVID trends could help them slow the spread and prevent a bigger outbreak.
This is showing that we continue to remember the lessons from last year when we had to go remote.
Jones says as long as students aren't showing any COVID-19 symptoms, they can return back to the classroom starting on September 8th. But until that time, they cannot be at the school or attend any school events. Back to you.